Hello beautiful souls, I am Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be reviewing Bitcoin as it's continuing its uptrend. First thing is starting off in our monthly, turning on our magnet here. We're going to set a 1 touch, 2 touches. Remember our monthly color is red as it corresponds to the chakra colors. 1 touch, 2 touches. So once we have set our trend lines, we're going to turn on our pivot highs and lows, and this is going to help us find our targets. We're going to use a horizontal line here, vertical line, and place it on the highest price action. In this case is 68,997. So right where it intersects, that's going to be my bearish target on the monthly time frame. So around 12,000, what is it, 12,300. Okay, and now another vertical line on the lowest price action, and right where it intersects, that's gonna be my monthly bullish target, and it just hit today. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we have made our trend lines and our targets, let's go ahead and move on to our weekly. At this point in the weekly, I want to turn on my 1226 EMAs. I want to make sure just to visualize the trend, right? Right now, the 12 and the 26 are flipped. So for me, that's a bearish trend. If we go on the weekly, we have a bullish trend because 12 and 26 EMAs have flipped to the upside. But here on the weekly time frame, I want you to set your range, right? Using the previous candle, and weeklies are orange, so this is our support, this is, sorry, resistance and support. Okay, and just that's good enough for me. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna connect this high, this let me go ahead and use, so I'm gonna be using this indicator. Is really great. It's the higher high, lower low indicator. I do overlap 2 of them, and one is always set at 30 and one is play around with it from 3, 6, or 9. So from this high, I'm gonna come in on my weekly from this high to yesterday's high, right, to get a more bullish target just in case we continue to the upside. As a technical analyst, you always have to be prepared for anything. So this is my weekly vertical line, orange. So right where it intersects, that's gonna be my bullish target for the weekly at 33,657. Wonderful. And I'm gonna make some trend lines here from this low to this low, from this higher low. Just trying to visualize where it's going here, from this lower high, higher low to this higher lows. Looks like it's like a cup, like it's rotating. Okay. So my weekly, I only have a bullish target. I don't have a bearish target yet, not on my weekly. So let's go ahead and move on. I have my range to our daily. Within our daily, I want you to just keep the higher high, lower low, and just look at it. Connect some trend lines, right? We're gonna go from trying to see. So I'm gonna connect from this previous highs to the most current highs, and the reason is because it's making this great resistance here, and dailies are yellow, right? So by me connecting this trend, this highs, I right away visualize a megaphone, right, that could be at play if we hold this high. And the other reason I like to turn on my higher high, lower low indicators, because as you can see, those, when it prints the greens and the reds, they're more accurate. So it's really good to have them around, so you know that within a higher high there's gonna be a retrace, right? You know there's gonna be a higher low or a lower low. Give me 1 second. I was gonna show you something. Oh, the RSI. Look at your RSI once you're in your daily. See what you see. And we're gonna turn on my 1226 EMAs. We're in a bullish trend, but I do want you to be aware of this bullish price action, and RSI is coming down. So that's giving me a bearish divergence on the daily. Okay, so on my daily, I don't have targets for you because it's right on the megaphone. So we're gonna concentrate. We know if it crosses our high, our weekly high from yesterday, we're going to go to 33,657, and if, or else it's gonna rotate to the bottom. So on my 4-hour, we could get a precise target, pulling a fib from the bottom to the high, right? Usually 50% retracement or golden pocket at 61.80 is a good target for a retrace, and then we could definitely continue to the upside. That could be a possibility. But in my 4 hours, I do want to show this rising wedge that I was having nice observation going on here. So we have, and also another thing is our divergence again on my 4-hour. So price is going up right here. RSI is coming down. Perfect. So something to consider. So let me connect my 4-hour trend lines here. Right, it looks like a rising wedge that could fall to the downside. So how would you get a measure move from this? So actually, I googled it, but you can find everything. So it's based on this high. So from the measure move will be from your support rising wedge to your resistance rising wedge. That would be your target right here. Let's see if that corresponds with the fib retrace from the bottom here to the top. So around 56, golden pocket, right in between the golden pocket and the 50% retracement. So that would be our measure move in the 4 hours for this rising wedge. Okay, we're gonna move it to the side. I'm gonna place this green so we know it's the 4 hours. Green. Okay, so let's come in. You're just coming into the charts, right? What's it doing? Where is it going? Okay, move into your 1 hour. So in the 1 hour, what I want to do is off the bat right here, I want to set this resistance here, right? Because if it breaks this resistance, we'll continue to the upside off the bat. Okay, so using my higher high, lower low, I am looking for a lower high as it's printing right here. You can see it, and then continuation to the downside. Also, pivot highs and lows not only shows you the exact price action, but it's also a way to see your support and resistance. Okay, so this was, we broke a 30-minute support, came down, now we're retesting, right? So it's important to see that highs, lower highs, and this could be another lower high, and then continue to the downside. But how would you make that determination, right? So in my, so it's printing, is it printing in the 4 hours? Not printing. Okay, so it's printing on the 1 hour, that's good confluence. Printing in the 30 minutes, good, right? Box it up here. 15 minutes. So like I said, this is my blue 1 hour trend line. If it breaks to the upside, I'll give you a target here. So this is the lowest price action, so this would be my hourly bullish target if we break to the upside. But there's just a lot of confluence to come to the downside, to be honest with you. But you do what the charts tell us to do, right? Moving into your 1 minute, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to set a range right off the bat. So we know that a lower high on the 1 hour 30 minutes is printing. So for you to rotate or come in, place support and resistance. So what you want to see is, let me show you. You want this to break, retest, and then continue to the upside, entering at higher lows with stop loss at previous higher lows. Okay. Okay, so if we come to the downside, now that you have your range, right, let's highlight our range here. This is our high, right? So this is, let's highlight our range here. And we haven't really printed a lower high. This one's still working with. So my range has to come down here at this higher low. So this is your range. Set some alarms, like I mentioned. If it breaks this higher high, wait, let it break and wait for a retrace. And if we're coming back down, you want this the higher low to break, retest, and then continuation to the downside. Entering a short here, setting stop loss at the higher high. Okay, I hope that made sense. Let me erase some stuff here. Okay. And that's where I think it's going, just based on all the divergences. The megaphone on the daily, the rising wedge on the 4 hours, the fact that we already hit our monthly target here that I was expecting. So that's big, but you know, this game is not about your thoughts or feelings, it's about what the charts are doing. So if you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me, as I am updating at Awakened Soul _369, and I am giving, you know, the charts and the plays and what I think and my next setup. So it's something to consider. So keep a good eye on it. Like I said, if it breaks this high, we continue to the upside. Okay, so may the force be with you, and remember to do everything with love.